friends, welcome to our channel English Literature Zone. I am Shazi Jamal here presenting another video that is about the Age of Chaucer. Here in this video we will discuss some of the important facts and events that took place during this period. Some of the important facts that took place here in this video are 100 Years War, social and political change, how English became a national language. Black Death that took place during this period, Lollard movement, religious and economical change, some of the great writers of the age, all these important points we will discuss here in this video. Some of the important works of the age will also be discussed here. So do not skip the video. Please watch the video till the end and do not forget to subscribe it. If you are new and if you have already subscribed, thank you so much. Keep watching the video and enjoy. Here, let's discuss how this age began. Here in this video, we will discuss the beginning of the age and 100 Years Wars and how the people of England became patriotic for their country. These all 3 points will be discussed here, and further in the same video we will discuss all those points which I have mentioned one by one. The period from 1340 to 1400 is marked as the Age of Chaucer, where the medieval period was at its decline and the Renaissance was at its emergence. During the period, the Great War between England and France took place, which continued for more than 100 years during the reign of Edward III in England. This 100 Years' War brought self-respect and moment of pride for the people of England by the victory of Edward III and the Black Prince on France. People of England who were living under the French influence till then, or you can say before the Age of Chaucer, till the Norman conquest, they just woke from the sleep. This spirit for nationalism brought political change which separated England from the political ties of France. As a result, the prestige of French language was replaced with English language, and English became the language of people, the language of court, and the language of parliament. For the first time, English became a national language of England. And this happened because of the great works of Chaucer, Langland, and Wycliffe, who wrote in English during that period in England. The other transition that is seen during the reign of Richard II, that is Edward's successor. Richard II was the successor of Edward III. When discontent began between luxury, the wealthy classes, and the poverty, who were the overtaxed peasants, the church, the nobility, and everyone else who was working, formed 14th century. So this continued, and a large number of people, a large number of population formed their own holdings, though they were not the owner of the land, they were having hold on them, and churches own 1/3 of the property. But the rise of new class who were intellectuals came out of the church, disintegrating the old institutional inequality. Then the other transition was seen, that is economical and religious change. Here the age of Chaucer is known for its transition and turbulence itself, which is seen also in economic and religious spectrum. There was high depletion in the economic due to the outbreak of plague and 100 Years' War between England and France. Craftsmen, artisans, and merchants brought some economical boost to the age. Along with this, wool industry added economical development to England in 14th century. The Peasants' Revolt is also considered one of the transition where money replaced labor services. Earlier, church was the most powerful institution. But It was the main figure which was controlling, which was having hold on the society for the first time. But for the first time during 14th century, this content was voiced against the churchmen. This led to religious revolt in England, which was led by John Wycliffe. He became a leader for this moment, and this became a great threat to the churches. John Wycliffe questioned the church's claim to be the authority holder on religious matters. This dragged churches in a big problem. This complete revolt led by John Wycliffe against churches claim is known as Lollard movement. So here we have and discuss that economical and religious changes. Here we have also come to know what was Lollard moment. So Lollard moment was the moment which was led by John Wycliffe, and it was against the church's claim to be the authority holder on religious matters. One of the most painful incidents that took place during 14th century was Black Death, and it occurred in 1347. It seriously continued from 1348 to 1350. This disease, the Black Death, was also called bubonic plague. It reduced the 30 to 40% of the entire population in England at that time. The bacteria which killed, its name was Yersinia pestis. What today we are facing due to COVID-19 was the similar situation with the people of England because of this bacteria. The condition was so critical that crops were left to rot. Most of the peasants died because of this disease, so automatically there were less peasants, and those who could survive, they demanded for high wages. So there was an increase in the wages of the peasants due to the population that reduced caused by this Black Death, this pandemic that occurred at that time in England. So these are the incidents that took place during 14th century, one after another, and it brought so many transitions and turbulences. That is why this age, the age of Chaucer, is also known as the age of transitions and turbulence. Some of the important writers of this age, this 14th century age, were Geoffrey Chaucer, William Langland, John Gower, and John Wycliffe. These all writers were the most important writers of 14th century age, but Geoffrey Chaucer was one of the prominent writer of that age. Actually, the birth of Geoffrey Chaucer and the death of Geoffrey Chaucer decides the 14th century beginning and end. So 14th century starts with the birth of Geoffrey Chaucer and it ends with the death of Geoffrey Chaucer. He was the most important writer of that age. He wrote so many books, but the most important work that were written by him were the book of the Duchess, the House of Fame, Troilus and Cressida, the Legend of Good Women, and the last but not the least, the Parliament of Fowls and Canterbury Tales. So these were the most important works which were written by Geoffrey Chaucer. Other most important writer is William Langland, and he was born in 1330 and died in 1386. He wrote the most famous work that was Piers the Plowman. So this is the most important work written by William Langland, and it's very little that is known about him. The next writer that comes in this age is John Gower, and he was born in 1330 and he died in 1408. And his most famous work is The Lover's Confession, and this work is having 33000, this much of lines, that is 33,000 lines. He is having this book with 33,000 lines in this book, that is the Lover's Confession, that was written by John Gower. And next writer of this age that is very important is John Wycliffe. He was also born in 1330 and died in 1384, and his most important work is The Truth of the Sacred Scriptures and The Pope's Power and Apostasy. These are the most important works which were written by John Wycliffe. So this was the whole about this age, the age of Chaucer, and I have tried my best to cover the all important things, whether it is political change, social change, or economical, religious background. Everything I have tried to include in this video. But next video I will be uploading about Geoffrey Chaucer separately and his works, some of his important works, especially Canterbury Tales, and describing everything about all the tales of Canterbury Tales. So keep watching my video and please subscribe my channel, and I will be uploading such videos regularly. Till then, bye, take care.